Okay, we're here in a lot where Ajahn Fun stayed back in, well, during sort of the Second World War. And what I want to talk about today, later this afternoon, I'll post another thing that's printed word. But why do I practice Buddhism? And to be brief, back in the 60s, there was a Catholic theologian named Thomas Merton who I thought seemed pretty cool and sort of add things together, and he followed Buddhism. So I got interested in it, and then I read what the Buddha taught. And the Buddha taught, well, the Four Noble Truths, that there is suffering or dissatisfaction. That's sort of a no-brainer. And that there's a cause for it. And the cause, generally, you might say, is greed, hatred, and delusion. And then he said there's a cure. I mean, you could, in this lifetime. It's not like when you die, you go to heaven, or someday you'll come back as a something. He said, in this lifetime, there you can crack it. And then the Eightfold Doodas, and which basically break down to thinking, speaking, and acting in a wholesome manner. So okay, I got involved back then and read these things and meditated and got on. And then about 30 years ago, I ran into Ajahn Sumedho and the guys in England, and actually lived in a couple of temples for 5 years. As a university-educated engineer, I had certain skills. And the thing about Buddhism, real Buddhism, is it's about moderation. It's about simplicity. When I came to Thailand, I was quite confused. I mean, I knew some of the monks here. I had, people at Nanachat I knew, and a couple others. But what was going on in Thailand didn't seem to be Buddhism. And it's not. It's a scam. It's and I'm talking about in generalizations now. Buddhism is just it's a word. Practicing Buddhism and being mindful, not meditating, but being aware of what's going on. What the head. I also people. I read because people, it's big business, and people, talk about, you should have wholesome thoughts. Well, no, you should just be aware of your thoughts. See where they are. Look at it. Don't judge it. Just look at it. It's a thought. It's born, it comes, it goes. But the idea is, the whole thing is to, beat it. We don't have to suffer. It's a self-inflicted injury. And learning, realizing, what the hell is going on. And, looking at greed, hatred, and delusion. And things are very coarse, and things can be also very, very sublime, very refined. Refined greed, refined hatred, refined delusion. And then there's anicca, anatta, and dukkha. Anicca being, impermanence. And that one's pretty easy. We can all see that. Dukkha is another one, that's easy. We can all see that. But anatta is the tough one, because we all have this sense of personality. And in this afternoon's, the second post, or the one that follows this one, will be include a video of Ajahn Sumedho talking about the Dhamma and those things that he experienced with Ajahn Chah, and coming up and trying to sort things out. But what I'm trying to do once a week, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing these posts and trying to introduce people to the many wonders of Northeast Thailand and the other things, but in a realistic way. And the thing that really sort of set all this off was the other day over the Queen's birthday, when this group of so-called monks, or government workers in robes, as I prefer to call them, came in and had a luncheon at a restaurant where alcohol is served, and the food wasn't offered to them properly. So basically, they stole food as well, even though I'm sure they paid for it. But a monk can't touch anything unless it's put into his hand, and a woman can't. It has to be put on his receiving cloth. But and everybody said, no, don't say anything, don't say anything. And the trouble is, nobody says anything. And Thai people, in general, are taught to be submissive. And that submissiveness is given rise and nurtured this whole thing that's going on that steals money from them. And the Thai government is corrupt. It admits to corruption. And Buddhism in Thailand is part of the Thai government. And it's gone away from, it doesn't teach what the Buddha taught. It teaches superstition. It teaches looking for a next life. It looks about all of those things. Things I'll talk about another time, but I just want to introduce my latest, thing to be pissed off about here. And it's not, they don't hurt me. In a sense, it's the people that they do hurt, or the people who could least afford it. And they're getting wealthy. And see, there's no such thing as rank in Buddhism. There's no such thing as special things. That's something the Thai government has introduced. And it's the Bhikkhu Sangha and the Thai government, and the Bhikkhu Sangha is part of the Thai government, that are complicit in this thing that they're doing to the people of Thailand. So anyhow, that's what I think practicing Buddhism is about, as I said, the Four Noble Truths. And this is what I observe is going on in Thailand. And because, and the other thing, I'm writing, and I hate writing. And instead of using my words, I go to some decent places. And what is this, and what is that? But anyhow, that's it. And this is sort of why I'm a Buddhist and what I'll be going on with. So thanks for listening, everybody. Talk to you more later. Bye.